My 25F husband, 25M, cheated on me and I thought I could get over it, but my heart is shattered. Should I stay and give it more time or go? We're both 25. We've been married just under 2 years, dated for a year and a half before we got engaged, and we just had a baby at the beginning of this year. Things between us lately haven't been amazing, but not by any means bad, but I could tell something was definitely off. He was just a tiny bit more distant than normal. We were still having regularly, he was still affectionate and would talk to me, he was still an amazing, doting father to our 8-month-old son, but I could tell he was holding back just a little bit. So after a couple of months of this weird, in between good and not good thing we had, I did something I'm not proud of. I went looking through his phone when he was asleep. And what I saw turned my entire world upside down and broke my heart. He not only had been cheating on me, but had a full-blown emotional affair with a woman he kinda sorta works with. He's the manager of a corporate jewelry store and she is a manager at another location in his district. So he doesn't see her every day, doesn't interact with her all the time, but still has the occasional conversation with her when their company does district-wide events. The texts I saw indicated that he wanted to leave me and our son for her, that he wanted her to be his wife, that he was in love with her, and had never felt this way about anyone before her. Naturally, I was furious. I confronted him. He didn't deny it. He told me the truth, that he wasn't in love with me anymore and he was in love with her. But he swore that they both mutually decided to not do anything about their feelings, forget everything, and move on with their lives. He insisted he wanted to make our marriage, our family with me work. He apologized profusely, said it'll never happen again, said he'll never speak to her again, and that although he doesn't think he's in love with me anymore, he knows that feelings come and go and he still loves me unconditionally and thinks his feelings will eventually come back if we put work into our relationship. Normally I wouldn't tolerate cheating of any kind, I'd break it off immediately and never look back. But we have a baby. A real, little person who depends on the best of both of us. And I don't want to hurt him by breaking up our family. I don't want to end things. I still love him deeply. So I said we could fix things. I could, with time, forgive and move on if we were both willing to put in the work. Go to therapy, talk more about what makes us unhappy in our relationship, admit where we could both be doing better / doing more for the other person. This was 3 weeks ago, and he has followed through on his end of it. I know it's going to take a long time to be okay again after something like this, but I can tell he has been putting a lot of effort into changing the things I said I wanted him to change. We've started going to therapy, we've been talking openly more, and things have been a lot better. Our life has been amazing. But I am still so hurt and so broken that he did this in the first place that I find myself questioning every day if I can really, truly forgive and move on. I want to so badly. The depth of his betrayal just hurts me so badly that right now it feels like I can't move on from it. I am constantly paranoid he's still talking to her and just got better at hiding it. I check his phone all the time. I make myself physically ill with worry over what he's doing and if / when he'll do it again. Who else has gone through this? Who has come out on the other side of a situation like this? Should I cut my losses and get a divorce and move on? I'm so lost. I wish I could talk to literally anyone about this, but I feel like I have no one. Please help. Story 2. Cheated and now I feel sick, yet also have mixed feelings. Me, 36F, and my ex, 36M, broke up about 3 months ago in a not good way. It all started with me noticing how for a month and a half he stopped giving me attention and love. He was talking to me less and less. I felt ignored. His loving words were slowly turning to become more of mean comments, which he had never said to me before. We had known each other for 11 years and together for 8. He has never spoken to me like that, like he was annoyed if I complained about something. I never complained about him, more of some stress related to work. Around a week before we broke up I had this strong gut feeling that he was cheating, so I went to check his public feed on his social media. I noticed he has been liking a lot of pictures of this girl for 1+ month or so. This girl is only 18. It confused the out of me, because he has always said it's weird for anyone to like girls that young, especially when you are older. Now when I think about that, maybe he always said that because I was so against 30+ men being into teens. Anyway. So I approached him. I never said I looked into his feed. I just asked if something is going on. He then admitted that he wanted us to become a poly relationship, because he has come to the age where he doesn't care if I sleep with other people. It completely crushed me. I knew there was something going on between him and this girl in that single moment. For a few days we tried to talk about the subject, but he constantly brought up the sleeping with other people. Even I said I was not into that and I wanted to fix things. I felt like he was gaslighting me with that, trying to make me act crazy. Then one morning he woke up and said that we have to break up, but we can remain friends. I denied this and went NC after that with him. Couple of weeks after our breakup, I noticed he and this girl had gotten together. I tried to remain NC, but eventually I blew up and told him I knew that he had cheated. He denied and said that because I left, he just wanted someone to give him attention and she just happened to be there. I just don't believe it. My gut tells me that he has been least emotionally cheating me with her because he likes to do that, but I feel like he would never admit it. He wants to pretend he is the good guy. The worst thing about all of this is that I was abused by a 30-plus-year-old man when I was between 13 to 16. That's why I'm so strongly against older men being into teens, even if they are legal. I don't fully know when this started with my ex and the girl, but it makes me just so sick that all these years I spend my time and loved a man who might be a similar predator as the man who abused me when I was a child. I don't know when he and she started texting each other, but he admitted knowing her for a while. I feel physically sick when I think about him. I want to throw up. Yet I miss him. I miss the guy who I thought he was. I don't miss the man he is. This isn't the first time he had treated me horribly. He also cheated me at the beginning of our relationship online. I should have left back then. Not only that, he also used me as his emotional support to get over his ex. I always was there for him, supporting him through everything. I feel like I was just something he could use, emotional support, and please him. I feel so stupid. Sorry for the all over the place text. I just needed to get this out somewhere. Now look at some comments. I definitely suggest therapy to help you through this and past traumas. Maybe even some depression meds to get you over the hurt. Exercise, new hobbies, reading, travel, etc. will have you cringing at the thought you were ever in a relationship with that odd to begin with. Thank you for the suggestion. I refuse to take any depression medicine for personal reasons, but I have been going to therapy. But even therapy, exercising, being away from the internet and working haven't erased any memories or made this less easier. Hopefully with time it all will go away, but I feel like I'm constantly being triggered and so far it hasn't gone away. I hate that I wasted all my good years with him. It's like I have been abused all over again. He used to be very much into being mono and would get jealous if I got attention from other guys. Then suddenly he had this change when he met this girl. It came out of the blue. I don't want to change myself for him, and this is something I definitely won't accept. It just sucks and it feels hard to move on, especially when I feel like my trauma is being constantly triggered because what happened. It feels like he is trying to trade off for you to do whatever you want so that he can do whatever he wants. Don't do something you're not comfortable with. You need to make him choose which life he wants, but prepare yourself in case it is not with you. Have you talked about counseling?